A lot of designers, it's understandable, think that, well, if I just sell my fabric out and have it protected, what do I have to worry about? Well, I'm here to show you that you have a lot to worry about, depending on what you pick for a fabric. Just by putting a protective coating on a silk velvet is not going to necessarily prevent there from being a problem or a change in the material, okay? This material, as you can see, the bottom part of it looks like it's a different color. It's not a different color. The pile shade has changed, and it's reflecting the light differently, okay? So this bottom part of this piece was wet cleaned. There was a stain there. We removed the stain, but it changed the pile. Some of you might now be saying, well, gee, if I had it protected, wouldn't that prevent this from happening? No, it would not. Why? The reason why, when you clean a fabric, you just don't use water. You have to use a cleaning agent, powder, some type of detergent. When you use that, what happens is a lot of factory protectants are immediately washed off, or even other protectants that are better close, and it allows the water to go in, flush out what's there, and remove it. But fabric protection, there's no fabric protector on earth that will prevent pile change or nap change when it needs to be wet cleaned, okay? Some of you may think that's not the case. There may be others that claim differently, but I've been doing this for 28 years. If there was anything on the market that I knew about that would be other than that, believe me, I will tell you. Now, you can see all these fabric samples here that have been tested. All the bottom areas have been wet cleaned, tested. There was staining on them. We removed the stain, but as you can see, it altered the material. Sometimes what happens is clients do realize that there will be an altering of the material when it needs to be cleaned. And they will request that we fully clean the piece. So the change, there is a change, but it'll be uniform. So we many times maybe go ahead and fully clean this piece so that the entire piece looks the same. But it is permanently altered. It'll never go back to this. It'll always be here, okay? And you can see these different samples, a lot of them are chenilles. This piece here, I don't know if you can see from where you are, this looks like a white bleach out spot. I was contacted by a designer not long ago. This fabric was in a home. The client had it for 8 months, and all of a sudden she called and said, the client says the fabric's bleaching out. I called me. So I get the sample, and we put some impression marks on the piece. This happens to be rayon. What is a high content of rayon viscose, which is the same thing, in the material. So when I got to the home, I saw this throughout all the pieces. And what it was it's called bruising or marking. And wherever the client was sitting, the back impression from their back, their elbows, their arms, we had that all over. Okay? So I was able to duplicate this situation and explain to the designer and the client that it's not that the fabric's defective, it's not something defective about it, that's how it wears. And that's how the manufacturer specifies it now. Luckily, in that situation, the client understood, and they were fine with it.